and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos when I can. Yes, I am back with a shaved head. Yeah, you know what? It's summertime and it's really hot in the summertime here in San Diego, and I just I don't like sweating. I don't like sweating and I hate sweaty hair, and I just didn't like the greasiness that was happening with my hair. So I was like, you know what? I love rocking a bald look. I love shaving my head. And since this is the second time I've done that, where I've like grown out my hair to a certain extent, tried getting haircuts, trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to do with it, it just failed. And you know what? I have come to conclusion that this is me. This is who I want to be. I keep looking at myself because I'm like, dang girl, you're looking so cute today, okay? Love having a buzz cut. It's so comfortable. It's so like feminine to me. Like I feel more feminine when I have a buzz cut. So I think I'm satisfied, and I have come again full circle and realized this is who I'm supposed to be. So I'm gonna continue to shave my head, just so you know. That's not why you clicked on this video. No. Today's video is going to be a little deep dive in as to what I carry in my travel makeup bag. We have been doing very like minimal traveling here in my family or my little household. We've been doing this thing where my husband is learning how to, you know, race cars professionally or drive a car professionally, as far as like race car driving and stuff like that. And so we've been doing that every month. Yeah, every month for like the past few months we've done it. And we go away like Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday. And so I've been taking a little bit of my makeup with me because, you know, a girl likes to look cute sometimes, you know, on vacation. Plus, like, who doesn't want to look like this on vacation? I mean, look at the skin. And I am going to do like a part 2 where I use all of my makeup that's in my makeup bag. Spoiler alert, this is what the makeup looks like. I love everything that's in here. These are kind of like, I want to say like my holy grails. Like if I had to get rid of everything and only keep a few things, like this would be probably what I'd keep, and I'd be satisfied with keeping these products for forever, honestly. And these are probably products that I would repurchase if I ever like finished, and some of them are repurchased products. I won't go into all those types of details. I more so just want to show you what I like to carry and why I like to carry it, and why I think it's practical to pack a little bit more minimal than it is to pack like half of your stash. I have used this particular routine that's in here multiple times, and that's what I love about it. It's products that I wholeheartedly love, that I've had for a minute in my collection, and that I know are going to work and make this makeup look last all day. And yeah, that's it. That's all the babbling. So let's just get right into this. Yes. Okay, so here is my bag in all of its glory. I will leave a link down below. I did get this one on Amazon, in case you're curious or wondering where I got this. But that's basically where this came from, Amazon. Also, this was the best angle I could do. These are my legs right here. So this is the best angle I could do for this. I thought it would look kind of cool if we went through all the products together. Also, how cute is my rainbow mani for Pride Month? It's so cute, I know. Let's get into this bag. So I can't remember off the top of my head how much I paid for this, but oh, this belongs in here, by the way. Love this bag. I love that you can change these inserts to fit to your liking. So these do come out. Let's see, I'll take this one out since it's the easiest, and it's a little bit difficult to pull out, I'm not gonna lie. Like they're a little bit on the tougher side, which means everything will be nice and secure, but you can rearrange your bag any which way you like, which I absolutely adore. So I like putting that one there so that I could keep like my sponge and like a little perfume or something like that for travel. So that fits perfectly in there. For the most part, everything has traveled really well. We haven't done like any flying or anything like that, so I can't tell you if things like, you know, turn in here. I do like the way that I have set everything up, and this is usually how I do everything. So in this first little compartment, I've got my makeup sponge. I just washed it, so that's why it looks so big. I made sure everything was clean before we got into this thing today. So I do have a sponge, and I always kind of stick my sponge in here. And like I said, I have a little perfume. This is the Estee Lauder Dream Dusk perfume. Perfect size for travel, and actually, I think I'm gonna use some. That's what's in that compartment. Over here, since there's only one thing in here, let's go ahead and just get, you know, through that. I carry my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer in there. I feel like that's a perfect spot. Over here, we have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I like sticking it into this compartment. That way it's just like fully secure. And then in here, I have my foundation, which is the e.l.f. Powder Camo Foundation. I love, love, love traveling with powder foundation. It's just so much easier and less work. You just buff this right into the skin and you're solid. So I do travel with powder foundations. I either use the e.l.f. one or I use the, what's it called? The Tarte Amazonian Gen, like, foundation or whatever. It's like the powder foundation, but it's a loose powder, and I've found that traveling with a compact is a lot easier and less messy for obvious reasons. In this little compartment here, I have my Smashbox Primerizer, and then I also have a majority, if not all, of like my tube products, if that makes any sense. This is stuck. I have things like my eyebrow pencil. I love traveling with the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil because it's just so easy to pencil your brows with this little guy that it takes less time. So that's my goal for when I travel, is to use the least amount of products and just in the fastest way possible. So I carry that one. I do follow it with the Merit Brow Gel. This one is in black brown. It's like their volumizing pomade. I love, love, love this eyebrow gel, and it's perfect for the go. And then for mascara, I do carry my AOA Skinny mascara for the bottom lashes because I'm extra like that. And then I do like the Rare Beauty mascara, and so this travels with me as well. I'm jumping to concealer. For concealer, I always travel with either the Anastasia Magic Touch Concealer, or I do like the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers. Those are up to my par and to my liking. And then I do carry one eyeliner, and that is the ColourPop Color Stick in the shade Fave Things. This is just like a nude, you know, waterline kind of shade, and so I do like to carry that one. I don't carry black eyeliners or any sort of felt tip eyeliners because I just don't have time for that. When I'm trying to get ready on my trips, I'm just trying to put on a little bit and then just, you know, walk out the door. Like, I'm trying to spend like 15 minutes tops on my makeup, like nothing more, nothing less. As you can see, my all-nighter, Urban Decay all-nighter vitamin C cactus flower setting spray is in here. I love this stuff. It assures that my makeup is going to last all day, and then on top of that, it does give you a little bit of like a radiant finish, which I love. So I've been liking this formula more than the original, and I've pretty much like, you know, exclusively using this one right now because of it. In this compartment, I have all of my palettes, and by all of my palettes, I mean 3 that I religiously travel with. Like, I'll exchange or, you know, rotate some of the other products, like, you know, like I said, the foundation, or things like concealers and stuff like that. But these palettes, these are my go-to travel palettes, and I love traveling with these because I get anything and everything that I need in these palettes. They are all high-end. I'm sorry that they're all high-end. I mean, I love them, and I don't regret spending as much money as I did on these palettes, but I will say that all of these palettes are high-end. But I do feel like I have a good mix of high-end and drugstore in here, so, you know, I like a little bit of both. But I love the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called? Instant Look of Love in a palette. This is the Pretty Blushed Beauty edition, I think is what it's called. But it's basically like an all-in-one. I love this setting powder to set my under eye before I go in with the powder foundation. I have a bronzer, I have a blush, a highlight, and then 3 eye products that sometimes I'll tap into those. I'm not like a huge fan of these 3 shades. I pretty much bought the palette for the lower half, but it doesn't hurt to have these up here. But I do love this palette for traveling to complete my look, and I never go anywhere without it. So I do love traveling with this little guy. Underneath that, I have the Hourglass Ambient Light palette. This was like their Christmas of last year's edition. I love this as well because just like the other palette, everything that I need is in here. I do like this one specifically because everything in here has more of a radiant or glowy finish, and sometimes I don't want matte. Like, I'm not a big fan of matte blushes or bronzers. I definitely like something with a little bit more of a radiant finish, so I'll carry this one just because I love that all of my face products are in here as well. Plus I can have a choice between all the blushes because I do love blush and I need a variety. So far I've got, you know, these 2 blushes and then the other blush in the Charlotte Tilbury palette. So that's 3 different blushes. And then I've got this really pretty, also kind of like skin-like finished powder that I could go over like my powder foundation to give the skin a more like radiant or natural look. I love the bronzer. I love the highlight. I love everything in here. And so I always make sure to pack this little guy if I just want something with, like I said, a more radiant, you know, finish to it. And then the last thing I have in here, besides my handheld mirror, which I always carry with me, is the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. This is absolutely perfection to travel with. You have a beautiful blush, so now I have 4 different blushes that I could choose from, because like I said, your girl needs variety when it comes to blush. So I have that one there. This highlighter is all I need as far as highlighters. Now I do have 2 other highlighters in the other palettes I showed you, but this is my go-to for when I travel because this one is just like, it's so buttery and so smooth and so beautiful. I love that highlighter, and so I love bringing this specifically because of this highlighter, I'm not gonna lie. Now as far as the eyeshadow goes, this is all of the eyeshadow I bring. I love this palette. It has all the shades that I would want to wear for a trip. You know, it's got a beautiful array of mattes and those beautiful shimmers. Sometimes I use this highlighter on the eyes as well because I like the way that that looks. So this is just the best. Like, this is the most wonderful go-to palette, and it's a perfect size, fits really, really well with everything else I've got going on. So I love bringing these 3 palettes with me every time I travel. Like, I already know that these 3 are all that I need, and then I will come out with a beautiful, beautiful cohesive look that's going to flatter me on vacation. That's what I've got going on over here. I'm now going to flip the bag. Let's see, how can I do this? So one of the reasons why I loved this bag was because it had a nice, cute little compartment for your brushes. I used to carry a whole nother bag for it, but it was just getting to be too much, and so I definitely tried to minimize the amount of brushes I was taking. This is another reason why I go on vacation with a powder foundation, because if I was doing like liquid foundation, I would need a whole nother brush, like, and a whole nother powder to make sure that I would set. So that this is minimal for me. I've got all of my eye brushes here. This is everything that I need to create, you know, a pretty decent look. Plus I always use my fingers for like shimmer shades. There is a side zipper here that I don't really have anything in, but it does have a pretty decent amount of space. So if you're somebody who needs a little bit more or needs to pack a little bit more, this is always really nice and handy. Then I've got, you know, all of my basic brushes. I have like my blush brush, my highlighting brush, I have a bronzer brush. Since I am wearing a powder foundation, I just need like one of these kabuki style brushes to buff foundation in. I do like to carry a concealer brush just because like sometimes I like to blend my concealer out with a little brush. Then I've got like an under eye setting brush and everything else. So this is basically the amount of brushes and, you know, with my sponge, the tools that I bring on this trip. I try to keep it as minimal as possible because sometimes like you can't travel with too many brushes, you know, it just becomes overwhelming and it becomes a lot. So this is basically my minimal makeup packing. Now this doesn't include skincare. Skincare is like a whole nother thing, and that's like something separate that I don't pack in here. Like I have made this exclusively for my makeup. Like I don't put anything else. That's it. This is everything that's inside of my little makeup bag. I absolutely love this bag. It's perfect for traveling. It's nice and sturdy. It hasn't done me wrong. It fits right into my suitcase, or I can even just carry it in. Now I do wish that it would have come with straps, just because it would be nice to carry it if I have to, you know, like put some straps on it. So I will say, if you decide to purchase something like this, I totally would suggest you find something with straps. But like I said, if you're curious about this one, I will leave it linked down below so that you can check it out. Pretty sure it was inexpensive. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I want to say it was like less than $20. I'll have it up on the screen just to be sure, but I love this bag and I love it for traveling. It holds everything that I need as far as my makeup. So yeah. And that's what I've got for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed everything that was in my travel bag. I absolutely adore everything that exists in this bag. You already know that. A lot of these products I've been using for a really long time on this channel, and although there are some newer products that I have purchased in like the last year, these are products that I know I would be okay with parting with the rest of my collection, as long as I could just, if I can just keep this, like it would be okay. I would want to keep this. So yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably go up the next day after this. Well, no, calm down. I don't know when it's gonna go up. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. Okay, okay. Mwah. Bye-bye.